Good morning, Carmel High School. I'm here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the racing capital of the world. And today, we're going to interview Doug Boles, the president of this amazing place.
Hi, I'm Doug Boles, president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I'm standing here on the yard of bricks of this 112-year-old facility that everyone around the world knows is in Indianapolis, Indiana. So from as far back as I can remember, I've loved the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and racing. My dad worked in racing before I was born, so I was in a family that really loved racing. And even when I went to school, I chose Butler University here in Indianapolis, Indiana, because it was close to the Speedway, and I knew when that they were running here, it'd be an easy way to get over from school. And I chose journalism as my major because I knew that I could at least write about it or report on racing. So really, all the way up until the point that I graduated from Butler University, I had focused on how can I set myself up to work in racing. My first job out of school was in politics, but even when I was in politics, I found ways to intersperse my love for the sport in the work that I had, and I worked for the mayor of Indianapolis for a long period of time, and one of the things we did was create an economic development initiative to attract motorsports businesses to the city. So that's really all I've done through my whole life, is figure out a way to weave my passion for motorsports into the work that I did, and then ultimately I had a chance to go work for a race team and then come here to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Not a job that I would have ever dreamed about. People often say, is this your dream job? The answer is no, because you could have never dreamed that I could be president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So every day I come here, it's really a culmination of all of the things that I've done in my life, just staying focused on my passion. And I tell young folks, if there's something you're passionate about, don't give up that dream. Keep working on it. Even if you're in a field that doesn't directly tie to it, you'll find ways to make sure that your work can lead you to your passion. So obviously working here every day, I get an opportunity to do a lot of fun things in motorsports, but even when I'm not having my presidential tie on or whatever it is, I've raced cars really since right out of college. I still race cars today if I get a chance to get in cars and race them. Prior to being here, I was on the team side, so I was the chief operating officer of an IndyCar team. We actually won 2 championships in the early 2000s. I've represented drivers. I have a law degree as well, so I've represented drivers in contract negotiations. So it just goes back to a lot of the things I really try and do. I really try and figure out a way to build motorsport around them. My favorite part of motorsport is getting a chance to strap in a race car and drive as fast as you can drive on those racetracks, and still, as a 55-year-old, when I get a chance to get in a race car or somebody's silly enough to let me drive one of their race cars, I certainly get in it. You know, I love the racing here so much, and we all look forward to the Indianapolis 500 and the other events that we have. You know, we count down the days to the 500. So you and I are filming this 201 days from the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500, so I'm always counting it down. It's the best time of the year. Maybe the worst time of the year is once the green flag drops from the Indy 500. For me, it's sort of a letdown because that pre-race is so exciting and you have to wait a whole year to do it again. Not that the race isn't cool or celebrating a winner isn't cool, but it's just that pomp and circumstance and the anticipation leading up to it. So it's always a little bit of a disappointing moment for me. And then when the season ends, like right now, when season on track ended about a week ago and we've done a lot of work here on the racetrack, it's kind of strange when this place is quiet, but the good news in that is that every day you're one step closer to the next Indianapolis 500. So I try to stay focused on the positive side because it's pretty easy to, especially in the winter around Indiana, when you know you're not having any cars on track, it's pretty easy to feel a little bit down. But always looking forward to that next Indianapolis 500 and keeping that countdown always going. And every day we get closer, I get a little more excited.